Hi guys, I'm Steven Honert from Redshift Sports. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the handlebar clamps for the Redshift Quick-Release Aerobars. For this installation, you're going to need two tools, a 5mm Allen wrench and a torque wrench with a 5mm bit. The handlebar clamps for the Quick-Release Aerobars are designed to be installed on 31.8mm or 26.0mm handlebars. If your handlebar is a different diameter than that, then the Aerobars will not be compatible with your bike, unfortunately. If your handlebar is 31.8mm, you won't need to use any shims. If your handlebar is 26.0mm, you'll need to use the set of included handlebar shims. Before we get started, I want to mention a couple of notes about compatibility. In order to properly install the handlebar clamps on your handlebar, you need at least 22mm, that's 7/8 of an inch, of cylindrical, non-tapered clamping area on either side of the stem. Also, your handlebar has to be round in these regions. If you have an arrow-shaped handlebar, or if your handlebar tapers immediately on either side of your stem, it may not be compatible with our Aerobars or clip-on Aerobars in general. Also, one note about carbon fiber handlebars. Different handlebar manufacturers have different guidelines regarding the use of clip-on Aerobars on carbon fiber handlebars. We recommend that you check with your individual manufacturer and follow their guidelines regarding clip-on Aerobar compatibility. The first step to installing the handlebar clamps is simply to place the upper and lower clamp on either side of the stem and install the two M6 bolts from the bottom. Make sure that these are coming from the bottom and threading into the upper piece. They won't work the other way around. And in some cases, you may need to adjust the cable positioning to let you get the clamp into place. If your bicycle's handlebar wrap comes very close to the stem or is very tightly wrapped with the cables, you may actually need to unwrap a bit of that handlebar wrap and trim it back in order to provide a little bit more flexibility with the cables so that they can pass by the handlebar clamps. We generally recommend that to get started, you install these handlebar clamps with the top surface flat, approximately parallel to the ground. It's very easy to make adjustments later on if you want to adjust the riding position. So once you have both fasteners threaded in, you're going to take your 5mm Allen wrench and just tighten these up gradually. Now, the important thing to remember here is that you want to tighten the two sides approximately evenly. So you don't want to tighten one side all the way before you tighten the other side. You want to make sure that you go back and forth and just sort of tighten them gradually. You want to make sure that the gap between the upper and the lower clamp halves on the front and the rear is approximately even after you're done torquing these bolts down. The last step is to take my torque wrench with a 5mm bit and tighten these fasteners to the torque specified in the instruction manual. It's really important that you use a torque wrench during this step to make sure that these fasteners are not over or under tightened. Once the handle clamps are installed and tightened down, you're ready to attach the Aerobars.